In today's video, I'm going to show you how to generate unlimited short AI stories like Bible stories, true crime stories, Clayman stories, 3D cartoon stories, and let's just say comic stories, all for 100% free with literally no editing. Yes, you heard me right. To get started, open a new tab and simply search CapCut as you can see right here. Then click on the first link here. You're going to land on an interface that looks something just like this. They are going to ask you to create an account. Simply do that. But one thing you keep in mind is I've already made a video about this particular platform that actually shows you how to make a long 3D cartoon story where the characters actually stay consistent, which I went in depth, and I'll leave a link at the very end of the video. You can check it out if you're interested. That said, in order to make an AI short story, all you have to do is come to this section where I'm hovering the mouse pointer and click on create with AI, not free AI video maker. I'll show you why in just a second. So just click on create with AI. You're going to be taken to this interface. Now, as you can see right here, all you have to do is this: simply scroll up, and as you can see right here, all these are the pre-made templates you can select from to start making your videos from. As you can see, there's actually a plethora of them you can use. Now, before we get started with the AI stories, let's just go back to the home interface, right? And if I should click on free AI video maker, just check this out. This is going to take me to this particular interface, and if I should scroll down, as you can see, it is just all over the place and really not organized in the manner we saw earlier on. So I would rather you just go back, right, click on create with AI and simply scroll down. Now, in order to make the AI video of your choice, all you need to do is just look through the list it has provided. We have the 3D cartoon story right here, this particular one. We have realistic story right here. We have the anime story right here. We have the 90s vibe story right here. As you can see, let's just scroll through it just a bit. We have the comic style right here. We have the biblical right here. So what I'm going to do is this: I'm going to use the biblical as an example to show you how the process works. Don't worry, the process works the same across all the templates you will select. So if you want to make an anime story, a comic story, or history, or whatever story you want to make based on the template right here, it is going to be the same process. You are going to select it just like this by hovering over it, then clicking. So it is going to pop up like this, right? And all you need to do is literally just enter the Bible story, which is the title, along with a short description of how you want your video to be. So what I did was I just went to Google Gemini and I literally just entered give me a short Bible story for the purpose of this video. So all I am going to do is I'm just going to copy it just like this. There we go. I'm going to go back to CapCut, then right click and just click on paste. All you need to do next is click on create. Just as I said, the process is the same regardless you select, let's say, this particular style right here, or realistic, or the comic style right here, or whatever one you select. So let me just scroll back down to the Bible, that is the biblical. Let me paste it here one more time. There we go, and just click on create after entering your script in there. It is going to take you to this particular interface, and this interface is where you are going to work on everything. Just as I said, I've already made a video about this particular platform and the process is quite similar. The moment you get here, it is similar to my previous video you already watched. So if you've already watched my previous video, just trust me, it is just going to be the same thing I'm going to repeat over again, just for those who have not watched that particular video. When it brings you to this particular interface, what it is going to do is it is basically going to analyze the story you have provided and put it in a short narration. Let's just put it that way. Along with that, it is now going to identify the total number of characters in the story. Now, when I talk of characters, I'm not referring to the letters and all those kind of stuff. I'm referring to the actual people in the story, the main actors in the story. Let's just put it that way. And my story was, or should I say, is about David and Goliath. As you can see right here, it has identified the characters in the story, David and Goliath. This is Goliath right here. It has given Goliath a description based on the story it analyzed earlier on. I believe you understand. The same thing goes for David right here. Let me just, there we go. So this is David right here, and this is the image it generated for David based on the analysis after the narration right here. The same thing goes for King Saul as well. Now, this section right here which says narrator is where you are going to change your voice over. So you're simply going to click on it like this, and all you need to do is just select the kind of voiceover you want for your Bible story. But since we are going in for Bible story, leave everything as it is. All you need to do now is just come to this section right here, which is aspect ratio. Click on it and make sure 9:16 is selected, since we are going to upload it on TikTok, YouTube Short, and Instagram Reels. The next thing you need to do is you just make sure the narration right here, which is your story, is just right on the money, exactly how you want it to be. So just look through it to just make sure everything is on point, and all you need to do now is just click on generate video. After clicking on generate video, you need to wait just a few seconds for it to just start the whole processing. Just as I said, there is no editing needed. All you have to do is, after it is done with everything, you simply have to just click on export, and that is it. But basically what I am going to do is I'm going to show you the interface and how you can make some changes to it if you don't like certain things here and there. So if you take a look at it, it is actually done with the story. You can just take a listen to it. You know what, let me make it much larger. There we go, perfect.
Ever feel like you're facing a giant? A problem so big, so intimidating, you just want to run and hide? Well, let me tell you a story about a young shepherd boy named David who faced a literal giant. For 40 days, the Philistine army taunted the Israelites.
So if you take a look at it, right, the quality is not that great. Don't worry, when you are exporting it, you can export it in a much higher quality. So let me just, there we go. So let's assume you don't like the background music it's added to it. In order to make changes to it, you're simply going to come to this section where I'm hovering the mouse pointer, go over it, and then click on replace right here. Then change it to whatever background music you want. So let's say you don't like the element as well. Now element is basically the captions on the screen. We're going to come to elements right here and then change it to whatever you want it to be. All I need to do is just click on export right here, actually export it onto my device. Now after clicking on export, you are going to enter the file name. Then under quality, click on it and make sure you select high. Under resolution, simply click here and select 4K. Just as I said, you can export it in a higher quality to get a much good resolution. Let's just put it that way. So let's put it at 4K and leave the rest as it is, and just click on export right here, and you are done. Literally just that. So I'm going to go back to this particular interface, right, and I'm going to select the comic style right here. You know what, let me use something a bit more catchy. Let's use this clay man style right here. There we go. So what I'm going to do now is to literally just paste the same David and Goliath script in here, and then click on create, and let's see how the process is. This is to just show you how the process is actually going to go. So as you can see, it is analyzing the video like previously, and is now going to actually give them detailed description after identifying the characters in the story, and then basically complete the entire process. So let's just wait a few seconds and it's going to get done with everything, and then we can move on with the video. As you can see right here under characters, this is Goliath, and Goliath is a clay man Goliath, and this is actually kind of interesting. Let's take a look at David. So this is David here as well. This is actually kind of interesting. And let's look at King Saul. So this is King Saul. You know what, making Bible stories in this format is actually going to be unique because no one is really doing it. Most people are just going in for the biblical theme right there. So if you should come in with Bible stories in the Clayman version, trust me, it is actually going to go viral. All you need to do now is just make sure the narration is on point. Click on generate video right here, and you are good to go, and basically go through the exact process we went through earlier on. You're just going to wait for it to load up and everything, and simply click on export right here once everything is done. Now let's go back one more time and select a different style just to see how it is going to look. Let's go with the comic style right here. Perfect. So I'm now going to select this here and simply paste it in there just like this. That is the same David and Goliath. Let's click on create and see if the images it is going to generate for the characters are going to be different or the same. As you can see under visual style, it says US comic. So let's just leave it at that. And under characters, let's take a look at David. This is David right here, and this is Goliath right here. All you need to do now is just go through with the process. Now I believe you understand how the whole process is. In order to generate AI stories of any kind, all you have to do is just come to this section right here and select literally the style you want. So this is the anime style right here. You can go in for this if you want. Paste your script in here along with the title, basically the details of the video, and just click on create right here, and you are good to go. I don't know if I have already said this, but let me just close this real quick. Right, as you can see right here, it says upgrade. Let me just click on it one more time, time. As you can see right here under choose a plan, I'm literally using the free version, which is $0 a month. And with the $0 a month, you can generate unlimited videos. Well, to my knowledge at least, and ever since I started using this platform, I've really not faced any issues with the free version when it comes to generating AI stories of these kind. I don't know if you also noticed, but it does not generate actual videos. What it does is it generates images, then add keyframes to the image. Keyframes are basically, let's say, a specific editing style they add to images, which makes them sort of pan up, pan down, zoom in and all this kind of stuff to make the image look like it is actually moving, and they call that actual videos. But I know with time it is going to change to actual videos. So hop onto it now, generate as many short stories as you can and literally post it on whatever social media platform you want. So that is it for today's video. If you guys want to know the detailed version, right, where I literally explained how you can go about the editing process, changing the voice over, changing literally the script itself during the actual editing stage, I highly suggest you watch the video on the screen because it explains everything into details. That is it for today. See you all in the next one. Peace.